Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Code for episode 276 of On the Backs of Gods. I am your DM, Jillian. We have our players here today, same as always. We have Kyle, Matt, Katie, Josh, and Greg. Let's go ahead and jump into a. See, the first word that came to my brain was flashback, and then it's like, well, what's the right word? Into a recap. I was just like flashback, flashback, flashback.
Where would we
Uh,
flash
Last
back to?
time on Dragon
wub, wub,
Ball
wub, wub, wub,
Z.
wub, 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 wub. We are in the end game, assumably, God willing. um, you all, for most of the campaign, were willing or otherwise participants in the process of creating a new god, and now have decided that because of the means it took to get there and the lack of information that you feel you have about the outcome, this outcome that could be in your minds anything, you've decided that maybe this isn't a good idea. Which has put you at odds with a couple of vague allies that you had, or people you may consider close acquaintances, friends, family. One of those people being Dagwood, who, to cause a distraction, summoned a shade of Jormungand, and you all were able to defeat that. And Dagwood is now going off to magic jail. Um, so good job, everyone. But there's still one person, at least to your knowledge, left who is still intent on having this ritual come to fruition, and that's Rose, which is Roshan's twin sister. And she disappeared during the distraction, and you are now all preparing to go confront her and this ritual and see if you are able to stop it from happening. Um, you, through some sleuthing, are able to find out that she is on the coast of Perpetual Night, which is where Roshan and Rose were born, and is the source of their magic. And when you went to scry on her to see if you could get more information on her location, it seems instead of being able to scry on her, you were forced to scry on a blood marking that she left on a tree, which seems to be on the coast. So you're not able to find her directly, but she has provided direct transportation to the coast for all of you, if you're so inclined. Uh, but that's kind of where we are, is in the preparation phase to get to the coast of night. Nana had to use her wish to even be allowed to step foot on there, or I blow her up. Those are those are the rules. And in doing so, broke the bonds of a hag deal she had made, and somebody in the party may be the patron of said hag, and maybe hags feel certain types of ways, but none of that has been vocalized, and we don't got to worry about that. We got god business to worry about. You all whoosh over to Jarlsbecker so that you can get access to better magic items and get more supplies. And after some shopping and some socializing, and I guess taking care of yourselves, you are all at the Song and Siren, an establishment owned by Kareen, a very fancy inn and bar situation. Um, we are approaching evening, and there are a few people starting to kind of like file in and get comfortable. So you're not like alone in this space. Um, you all have sat at the table. You've realized you were being scried upon. And Nana is now lighthousing at the bar in a busy establishment. And Corrine has walked away. She's like, oh, how interesting. And
I
then
don't know these weirdos.
yeah. And I would say within 20 seconds of Corrine walking away, someone that kind of looks like a manager walks over and it's like, I am so sorry. You cannot do that here.
Right. Sorry. Nana closes the lamp, sits herself down. I do apologize. Sorry about that.
The man just nods and turns and walks away. And you could see there were some customers who just had like like blinded, squinted face as just this lantern was swooshing across the area. But
I may have reacted slightly out of turn.
but you all have at minimum drinks and probably an appetizer situation that has been set up for you, and all of you are at the table together. What do we do?
I think Keld looks at Roshan.
Well, I think when we finished with our meal, we should head back to Medjisk Boutique and see if he's been able to find a special arrow, and then I think we should be off.
I think that's fair, unless there's anything else that we can think of that might be useful. Anything that we could put on a scroll that might not need take up someone's actual magical energy, or whatever.
Yeah, did we get all the scrolls we wanted?
We have the problem at this point has become funds. We've got about 2,000 gold pieces left, so
Ooh.
Let's see. I think control wins. I don't think we could afford a 4th level spell outside of game. Maybe
Fair.
on an arrow if that's any different, but 2,000 gold's what we've got to our name. So unless there is charity you're looking for out of the goodness of somebody's hearts, I don't think we're going to walk away with anything else from this town.
So, is the plan to walk through that awful tree, or are we trying to find a different route?
Yeah, if we're going to try to go through this tree tonight. I kind of want to know for my resources what this plan is.
Right. Nix, you're a little low on resources.
And I've only used a bit to get us here, but like, if we think we're going to be facing her immediately, like there are things I'd want to do in preparation for that, but
Could we do it after
Well-
we travel? Is that an option, do we think?
Let me tell you what I think is likely to happen if we leave tonight. Whatever Rose did to that tree is at best a trap. She has given us a means to follow her that will punish us for doing so. And that's
She
part of the
likes to
reason
do
I'd rather
that.
do this tonight. Because I don't think that she would be near that. I think she would have used it as a decoy, but it's the closest decoy that we have to any actual location.
Unless there's
So-
some way that we can find another tree closer to her.
And if we do walk into a trap, we might have to fight our way out, in which case we'd need an extra day, potentially, to recuperate, mend our wounds, and whatnot. Again, I think Roshan's correct in that there's precisely one of us that she has any interest in following her. The rest she'd cast off into the void if given the choice. And she's not doing this for charity. This is certainly a trap.
So it's a matter of going into the trap now or later?
Or finding a different approach. If we don't know where on the coast this is, could be the furthest part of the coast from where she is. We'll have to find her when we get there. If there were... I suppose we could talk to Kreen again and see if there are any teleportation circles anywhere on the coast.
Or in a town close enough.
I don't see how we're going to find her without getting rid of this mark on the tree. Is at minimum that is forcing me to not be able to find her.
I see. Yeah.
So the rune is redirecting your scry from her.
That's
guess.
at least what it felt like. Like I was kind of grabbed and forced to look at that and only that.
Drawn away on
Mhm.
purpose. Okay. So essentially, if we do want to be able to scry on her location, we have to walk into the trap and set it off in order to remove that rune so that we can find her. Is that what I'm hearing?
Probably.
All right.
Is she warded in another way, that if we just made it to the coast, we couldn't use a sort of locate person spell or something?
Well, other than the terms of a locate person spell, even for the best casters, is incredibly local. Perhaps a couple miles, and the coast is hundreds of miles.
She's probably gone further than that, yeah.
Yeah, it didn't even work when we were trying to find Gunhild in one town.
Wish we'd been able to come up with more information.
Do we do anything about these death trees? Like something to prepare before stepping through it?
How about us
Maybe
rangers?
everyone bundle up?
Like a lot of you seem to know a lot about death tree.
You're welcome to roll nature if you're so inclined, or just go based off of the knowledge that you have as people. Doesn't bother me.
Could I
30.
I never
persuade a
heard of these
survival?
trees.
30 for nature.
Only nature, thank you. What'd you say, Fen?
30.
I mean,
2
it's
minus 1 is 1.
it's a nasty tree. Like it's not meant for people to really interact with. Every single piece of the tree is some sort of kill you or hurt you situation. But it's not like Nyx, just like based on your like what you do, and all of you are accustomed to what Nyx does. Nana, could you mute yourself, please? Thank you. Sorry, it's
Sorry,
doing that
I
thing
thought
where
I
it
had
doubles
done.
my
Apologies.
voice. So I was just like, it was doing that like voice jammer thing. I was like, I
So sorry.
but basically just like Nyx, you don't really have to touch trees to go through them. It's not like you ever interact with the bark of the tree, that especially the one you're exiting through. As long as you don't interact with the tree, it's not going to do anything to you. Just don't touch the sap or eat the leaves or pick the apples. That's what Fen would know based on his information of like usually happens with a tree striding and then that tree in general.
So no tree striding.
Oh no, it's fine. It is fine to do
okay.
so.
No, walk through it. Okay.
It's just going to be a matter of removing that rune from the tree, what interacting with
Yeah.
bad thing.
We burn the tree down. It's fine.
Oh, no,
There's
don't
plenty
do-
of trees.
Oh, if
Don't
we
do
do
that.
that sounds bad. That sounds like if a thing is made of a thing that's going to kill you, if you burn it, then you just put the thing in the air and then you breathe it. That
And
seems
honestly, the tree itself, as nasty as it is, I'm not sure that it's the most dangerous part of this. Rose has laid
That's a good point.
traps before, and they've not been tree-based. They've been magic.
Let's not be afraid of the tree.
Oh, I cannot emphasize this enough. Don't touch the tree.
Let's not be afraid of the tree.
Next
yeah,
time we get
Keld with
swatted.
his Wicker Man body probably is gonna be fine.
Listen,
Legit.
We're
He
gonna
does
come
have
back.
technically a stone arm he could use if we have to touch the tree.
I think it could
You
be
probably
fun.
don't even have circulation. You're probably fine.
I will use magic that will keep water away from us. I'll go through the tree first and make sure that we're not splashing into a puddle of its drippings. But I do think that this was a place chosen by Rose, and what else is lurking there, I can't fathom. So be ready. It will be dark, as it is always dark there. So we should prepare accordingly.
I'll be on the lookout. I'll have the ability to see well enough rather far, but should I have the lantern ready to hand as soon as we get there, or should we wait to see if there's anything worth illuminating?
I'm wondering if I should find something to help with that. I don't think I can see in the dark.
You have dark vision.
I do? Okay.
Yes.
No, don't worry. The two of us that are blind in the darkness, I will.
It's been so long. I was like,
Well,
"Do
you
I?"
did not have dark vision,
But
but
now I
now
do.
you have dark vision.
Perfect.
Thanks, Hagmom.
Thanks, Hag Mom.
Okay, so how long do we think we're gonna be here before we head out?
I'd like to move out as soon as possible, but we still have to hit up Megis Boutique.
Kel drinks his drink faster.
Okay,
Lana also drinks her drink fast.
I feel like if we're going there, there's a thing. Cal and I are gonna do a thing, and you guys are gonna enjoy it afterwards. And you guys can go shopping while Cal and I prepare something. How's that? We'll stop with the appetizers, and you guys go shop, and we have something to do.
All right. Okay, if you're sure.
Just be back in like 30 minutes if you can do that.
I feel like that's doable. Can't imagine we'll be needing to be absent much longer.
Okay, great.
All right then. Chug.
I'm fine.
Fen looking at his smoky bourbon drink.
Oh no.
All right.
Take it with you. It's fine.
I'm sure they have open container.
Yeah.
Who's gonna stop
What is
you?
Okay, so Roshan, Fen, and Nana are heading out. Let's start with team not heading out. Your friends walk off. You are at a table.
Okay,
Hmm.
Cal. He's
What are
gonna
we
pull out
doing?
this jeweled bowl. So I think I have this spell where I can make food and it'll help everybody not get poisoned because it's this thing I learned how to do this. And I don't think they'll eat it if they think I made it. So I need you to pretend like you made a meal for everybody. But I'm gonna cast a spell.
As long as I can look at it first.
Well, yeah, you can help like dress it up afterwards and
Okay.
like make it look nice. Like add some extra things on top because I'm not cooking. It's just
Yeah.
magic.
Manager comes over. No outside food or drinks, even if it's a hero's feast.
We
Take it
set up in your
outside.
room.
Hey, if y'all were anybody else, probably anyone else or anywhere else, there might be people who have opinions.
I'm excited to see this magic.
And like so wait a little bit. It only takes 10 minutes to cast it, but she wanted to make sure we had enough time with them gone.
I'm picturing like a weird cornucopia.
Yeah, what's going on? What happens?
Well-
How it happened? Tell me about it.
It is
Is
specifically
it made of
a
spores?
bowl.
Oh.
It is very specifically a gem encrusted bowl worth 1,000 gold that we're using. And I'm pretty sure it was covered in rubies, if I remember correctly. So at the center of this, she will just set out this empty golden bowl covered in these gems. And
This does not look like a serving bowl, but all right.
hey, no, we found, I did take this from somewhere, and it will serve something. And I think she starts with just kind of taking pieces of food that she would normally use for cooking, and like, these things are usable. She'll take out the dried good berries that she's been carrying for forever. These will be perfect, and just sets them in the bowl. Magic fixes everything. We'll take the terrible oranges out, put them in the bowl.
Oh no.
Some mystery mushrooms, and get to just fill it up with all the odd things that she's picked up that no one's let her cook over the course of the last month, until it is overflowing onto the
a little
table.
concerned.
Oh, it's fine. I promise. It'll be edible, and you're gonna make it look nicer.
Okay.
And is going to send her spores to surround it. So there's just this bluish green haze covering it. It keeps pulsing for about 10 minutes, like a microwave. Like, I'm pretty sure it's working out.
This
And
is strange.
hey, no, it's fine. It's fine. Trust me. Just because I haven't cooked since we started traveling doesn't mean anything. And we'll keep
I believe in
guiding.
you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. She will keep guiding the spores to go over different areas of what is in this bowl already over these 10 minutes. And once the spores disperse, it is a beautiful meal, Keld. Made of some very strange looking things, but they all look pristine. Plump berries, very nicely cooked mushrooms all over. Does look decently seasoned. Probably not the best feast ever, but a nice,
Hey, this is a good feast.
nice selection of different herbs and vegetables that are somehow fixed via magic.
That's what magic's for. Not bad. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nyx and her magic bowl.
Well, I do think the bowl is going to fully disappear afterwards.
It's only a one-time use.
Yeah. But we have a lot of gems in our bag, so maybe I can like just smash them onto the side of a bowl and make another one. I don't know. But we can just start eating, like snacking on it. It should be good for like an hour, so we can start snacking on it, and you can like add some extra stuff to make it taste better.
All right.
I trust you with your taste much more than me.
I think Keld will like sample all the different things and zhuzh stuff up as he goes.
You want a little
salt
salt on
here.
this?
Yeah.
I never had seasonings in my bag, so.
Yeah, that's because I got them.
Hey, I want to present something to you and see if you would like to rephrase something that you said to the team. So you requested they come back in 30 minutes, and it took you 10 minutes to cast the spell. It takes an hour to consume it, and then it disappears at the hour. So you may want to try to line it up where it appears as they appear, or everybody
Eat
does not
faster.
get the
Eat
benefits.
faster.
Well, we can do it the way it would appear when they appear.
Yeah. So Keld can be on the sidelines to like throw stuff on top of it or put it in different plates, but like you need it to like appear when they appear to get the benefits of it.
Got it.
Gotta eat it while it's hot is the rules.
I see.
That's fine. Cal, you're on microwave. You have to like help me make sure I stop the microwaving when they walk through the door.
Hmm.
You guys, you're gonna hear a little ding when you walk through the door. You'll be like,
Yeah.
interesting.
Little
Yeah, what's up?
sporting. It happened from being in the desert for so long. They now learned how to make sound.
Yeah,
It's just
normal
Kel.
and cool.
Ding.
They have sound effects now with my spells.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. You guys are doing that. The rest of the team you have left, what are we doing? Where are we going? What's the dream?
I think Roshan says, that was weird, right?
A little bit.
But then starts heading towards Magisk Boutique.
I don't know. Maybe they're doing some kind of surprise. I don't know. Maybe Nyx had an idea for a treat that Keld could make us. I don't know.
As long as Keld's involved.
I mean, in
He wouldn't
fairness,
just let her poison us.
not knowingly, I don't think.
I think Roshan has a thought like, I wonder if Keld would even know if he was poisoned now.
Yeah, he's made of rattan, so I'm not sure he can be poisoned. Not sure he could be poisoned before, honestly. I don't know.
Those two are made out of something different.
They're simply built different.
You arrive at Magisk Boutique. It's a little late. It does not look the most open, but it doesn't look closed per se.
Roshan will give a knock before trying the handle on the door.
You are able to walk inside. The older tabaxi man sort of like comes in from the back, um, uh, giving me quite the busy day today. And it's like the sound of like him like pushing something and like lifting a lid off of stuff. Is there anything else that you need from me, sans arrow? Because I'm going to go home at some point, and I don't want to have to walk back here. And the thing is, I will if called upon by a particular person of influence.
I think this is all we will be able to afford for the evening, so thank you for staying late and helping us.
No problem. And he pulls out an arrow and hits it down like onto the counter, like, here you go. Slaps down an arrow. Seems to be like, it almost looks like it has like little like holes like drilled into it that like they don't go all the way through the shaft of the arrow, but they just seem to like thin out as they go and then stop right before it goes all the way through. The whole shaft seems to be just full of these little holes. The feathers also seem a good bit longer than your average fletching. Um, so this um, this arrow, once you shoot it, whatever it hits, you can teleport to it.
Really?
That's impressive.
One-time use.
Makes sense.
3,500.
Oh. Damn it.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. We've only got enough for 2,000 of that. Though, if you would be open to alternative methods, we do have jewelry of quality good enough to be enchanted. If you are willing, if that's something you're interested in. I think we've crashed the gem economy on this continent.
You crashed the gem economy? It's honestly benefited me quite well. I'm
Yeah.
not going to lie.
I
It's
was
honestly
hoping.
been really good for me. Uh, really been working out in my favor.
I'm not sure the exact value of this, but Fen will pull out the Stick of the Titan.
Fuck if I know what that is.
Is
I
it
don't
was
know,
one
word.
it's like a club that does 2d8 damage and breaks when you use it once. I think we got it in the Fomorian stronghold.
Okay, I was like, I don't know what the fuck that is. That sounds crazy. That
Got
sounds
some
like a
sort of
random
value.
item. He'll look at it with like he can like zooms in with his little glasses, and he's just like, and you can see like Roshan, like the glint at the end. You see like little runes sort of like flash at the end, like an identify spell, and he's like, no, thank you.
Um, how about a smattering of Fomorian relics? And I think Roshan will pull out some of the random weird magic items, like the silver silk handkerchief. That's more like a small blanket that can become as hard as and as thick steel. And Roshan
Okay.
will give it a flip and then activate its word in the middle of the flip, and it will just stay in the fluttery pose.
Okay.
And then he'll pull out a long sword and say, "And this one makes you talk louder."
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
Wiping his ear out, yeah?
and this one I won't demo for you, but it's good at destroying man-made objects. And Roshan will pull out a lawn dart.
Okay. He's like identifying as you go and is like skeptical of the dart and is like, no, that seems to be what it does. I mean, it's a dart, but it does seem slightly better at doing that than a normal dart would be. He's like, okay, all right. Roll me persuasion, Roshan.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on.
21.
Okay. All right. I will take all of your money, all of the items you showed to me, including the terrible club. They're all bad. I do want to emphasize these are very strange items and are not like amazing. The fabric, that's interesting. That one I find intriguing. And then do you have how much jewelry do you have?
Lots. Roshan will pull out like handfuls,
Bracelets, bangles,
but we've
pendants.
got 16,000 worth in jewelry.
Shit. I'll take 3,000.
All right. This man is getting a good freaking deal.
Yeah, he is.
We did make him stay up quite late.
He knows desperation when he sees it.
He sure does.
Gem economy ruined. People just want to give him jewelry with more gems in it. He's like, this is great. I'm gonna. And also, who knows how much money Corrine threw at him earlier? Maybe it was enough, maybe it wasn't, and he was covering some bases.
Well, we made it worth his time, so we don't have to feel at all worried about it.
Right.
And I will keep this generosity in mind if you ever make your way back. And I suppose I will have probably a good set of fancy magic jewelry to display, and maybe you'll get yourselves a little discount.
Thank you for as much as you've been able to help us, Alamont. We really appreciate it.
All right. go on, Ski-Daddle.
Thank you. Have a good evening. Hope you get good rest.
You're just hoping.
Roshan
Go ahead.
did keep back 62 gold pieces and is like, well, I don't know if we could even afford to stay at the inn tonight with this. So we gotta leave.
Makes sense. Hopefully Nyx and Keld will be ready for that when we get back to the Song and Siren.
Yeah, I'm eager to see what they are planning. And let's head back.
Jillian, is this a canon item or is this a bespoke thing that you made, the arrow?
It's bespoke.
Okay, I will just describe it then in my inventory.
Yeah, I made her up. Arrow of teleportation. um Yep, you guys go back to the Song and Siren. The sun is very much set by this point. And you walk in, there's a little ding, and you approach the table, and it's covered with like a little feast.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
What's
thank
all
you,
this?
Keld.
No problem.
Goodness.
I just needed Nyx's help getting everything together.
I got to help set the plates, so you have dessert and a meal.
That's fantastic. Thank you both.
I think Roshan just squints at Nyx, but makes himself a plate of food.
I think we're gonna need it, so fuel up.
That makes sense. I think that's a good idea. Yeah. Nana will tuck in.
Yeah, then we'll eat anything that Keld has made. Keld's a very good cook. Probably the best.
He does his best.
You all begin eating a magically created meal from gross, rotten things from Nyx's inventory. Um,
And you'd never know.
and you would never know.
It tastes
I'm
great,
assuming,
guys.
yeah. It's also like you guys are like, okay, let's get like a nice salad from like you like grab some like restaurant things, and we're like, okay, bring over the salad and we'll put it here. And you did this and fill it out like
No,
to
eat our weird seaweed salad.
You're like, but focus on this though. These ones in the red bowls important. These are
If
important.
it's got some gemstones, those are the ones that really matter.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Is there anything you guys wanted to do or talk about or prepare in this time? Nyx, would you also go ahead and tell everybody what benefits they acquire?
Will do. For the next 24 hours, everybody, if you are diseased, you're cured of all diseases and poisoned. You are immune to poison and being frightened. You make all wisdom saving throws with advantage, and everybody's hit point maximum is increased by 2d10, and you gain that same number of hit points for 24 hours.
Okay, go ahead and roll that for everybody, Nyx.
I'll roll the blue dice. That's 14.
Okay,
So you said that was a max override or temp?
That goes to your real HP. That is
Okay.
not temp. For 24 hours.
So 10 new HP.
14.
14. Slightly more.
Slightly more.
Okay. Anything else, team? Floor is yours if there's anything you want to discuss. Any strategy, any game plans, any any morality clauses. Floor is y'all's.
Oh no, I replaced my HP with 14 total. It's wrong.
Just dies on the spot.
You got the
It
bowl
could
that
fit.
only Nyx touched somehow.
When we do find Rose, I'm assuming we will. Do we want to approach her with any less than full force? What's the plan?
That's a good question.
Do we hold off? Do we try to talk? Or do we just treat her like an enemy?
I know we need to stop her, but yeah.
I don't know that she would listen to any of us at this point. But I don't feel right walking up and just trying to cut her down. I don't...
I think Kelda's watching Roshan. That's not us talking.
Roshan is chasing an olive around his plate with a fork.
Hmm.
She didn't kill any of us, although she might have done if she wanted to. It's the only observation that I'll make.
That's a good observation. She didn't last time. And I know she's been giving us many warnings not to follow her. However, we're going to follow her. So it's, I'm sure, only a matter of so many warnings.
And I don't really have anything I would say to her, but if you all do, Nix will very pointedly look at Roshan. I would understand, and we'll wait until you've all talked to her.
Mm-hmm.
I can just stand there like holding this dragon potion or something, and if I need to drink it, I'll drink it.
Dragon potion.
I don't think. I don't think I have words enough to sway her. And if I'm honest, it's partly because in her shoes, I'd probably still be doing the same.
Mm.
She's invested too much at this point.
We can't. I know that she's not Dagwood, but we can't allow the same thing that happened with Dagwood happen again, where we talk just allowing her time to do what she needs to do, and then we're ambushed by something terrible.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point, yeah. So maybe it's a matter of get there, assess the situation as quickly as possible, and then neutralize as quickly as possible.
I think that's fair. If we can neutralize her non-lethally, if there's anything that needs to be undone with regards to the ritual, I'm sure she'd be the only one who could speak to that. But whatever must needs be done in order for her to stop, I think we should do.
I've never known her to be physically strong. I don't think she's as frail as Dagwood was, but she might be able to be restrained by Keld or something. It's just her magic is incredibly powerful. I think that's why she uses traps in the way she does.
That's what I'm worried about. Yeah.
problem will be much larger if she accomplishes what she set out to do.
Right.
So we need to make sure she doesn't.
There is still the vial of poison from Sindri that we did not use on Dagwood. If there is nothing else that seems viable.
If it's necessary.
Probably the last option.
Mm.
It's meant to be painless. Fast and painless. I can't say that this discussion makes me feel good, but
No,
It's
it
this
doesn't.
or unfortunately, my brother put us on this path before any of us had any idea. So, here we are, and at least we have one another to walk beside us. And hopefully, there will be more days ahead in which we can fix the past mistakes of the ones who came before us.
Yeah.
wish we could recuse ourselves from this because of personal involvement, but I see no indication that any sort of help is going to come from elsewhere, so it needs to be us. I think Ven's just going to put a hand on Roshan's shoulder, just working on this interpersonal touch thing. It seems that sort of helps some people, so he's just going to, in his comforting and reassuring way as he can muster, just give Roshan's shoulder a little squeeze and a pat.
And I think Roshan is just quietly in agreement, a little nod when when it was asked if we should just kill her.
Yeah, I think that's what Keld was just watching Roshan for, to any sort of affirmative or
But I think this conversation does suck. So I think he just is quiet, unless asked anything further.
Okay.
Let's say one more round of drinks before we head out.
Well, we can't be poisoned, so pick something that tastes good.
Why not, right?
You all get another round, and in that time, you watch as 80% of the meal disappears, taking the beautiful bowls with it. And then you are left with a partially eaten house salad and some meat dishes.
That was a good feast.
Really good, Keld. You've outdone yourself.
Positively delicious.
Keld glances at Nyx.
The least subtle smile ever.
Can Nana insight that?
Yeah, sure. I'll roll deception for you. With my -1.
I had a real
Beat an 8.
real farm to table taste to it. It was good, Keld.
27 insight.
Now you know everything, Nana. You know it.
You've caught every glance Keld casts at Nyx.
Every time you guys have complimented the food.
You'll notice
Keld's
Nana
like
has
transferring
not.
it to Nyx.
Nana has not been saying Keld's name in any of her compliments this whole time. Or she's been thanking them both in unison.
Mm-hmm.
Just thankful that she hasn't gotten ill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
I guess it's on me to go open a tree, huh?
I can't do
If
that.
you're ready.
Yeah. Excuse me for one moment, and I'll rejoin you. And Fenn's just gonna go give Corinne a kiss goodbye. I'll come back when I can,
I know you will.
and I'll write when I can't.
And I will read that.
Thank you for everything.
Go on. Go have fun with your friends.
Fun.
Yeah, I think Fenn is like just he's just holding back telling her everything. Like, he doesn't have time to do it. He knows he's not supposed to be like, oh, by the way, we're going to stop making a god. It could destroy everything we don't know, but he's not going to say anything. He's just like keeping it down. That just in the back of his head is like, somebody should know in case we don't pull this off.
Sindri does.
And Corrine will part ways with you, and she moves towards the stage, and you all exit to the sound of harp music. Where do we go?
All right, where are we going?
My favorite transportation tree in the middle of town.
Mm.
People have watched us see this tree many times. They should get to see it again.
You walk towards the tree in the middle of town on a pretty quiet, snowy night. Is there anything before we open this tree?
I guess I'll give Roshan and I some dark vision so we
Uh-huh.
can see through the tree.
I was just like, I'm not gonna say it.
Hold on, it's in that second level or whatever. There you go, Roshan.
Bless you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. We really got to find a way to make this permanent for us.
I thought it was, and now it's not. So I'm sure it can be again.
I mean, if you ever feel like pulling cards from that deck, you could use some wishes next time.
I think Roshan just gives Nyx like a withering look.
Just an option. Are we ready?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right, then she will send her spores out to open a door in a tree very dramatically. Nice ornate door. Gold spores this time.
Ooh.
Golden spores create this door that opens up, and that will be where we take our break. Thanks for being here. I bet you go get a snack and a drink, and we will be back in 10 minutes.
Thank you, 10.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Cult for episode 276 of On the Backs of Gods. We just took our 10-minute break. The party is going to confront Rose, who is intent on creating a new god. And you all, to varying degrees, but at least all on the same page enough that this shan't happen. If we have anything to say about it, ooh boy, not on our watch. You engage in a hero's feast, and then you step through a tree directed towards the coast of night. Um, Roshan, you are first through. Is there anything as or after you step through? What is your intent?
Um, so Roshan is going to cast Shape Water and kind of be like an umbrella, but in the shape of a bubble around him. So if it is raining, if we're standing in a puddle on the other side of the tree, then it will get pushed away as he enters the tree.
Okay. Roshan, you step through first, followed by your companions. One by one, you drop down from the trunk into what would have been an icy tide pool, but is now kept at bay by Roshan's magic, so it is just soft, wet sand beneath your feet. Um, it is the heavy squish of footfalls into cold, not even shallow waters anymore, just this uh, muddy, very loose sand beneath your feet. You are greeted by the smell of briny coastal air and the approaching scent of rain. Along the tall cliff edge before you, you can see behind you, along the tall cliff edge behind you, there is a mossy fungi that is growing, illuminating the shore a sickly green. You can see that there are some silhouettes of more twisted trees along the shore, similar to the one you have stepped through. Their branches are barren and swaying in the growing breeze. The sky is a beautiful deep purple and endless black, which is copied in the clouds and the ocean below. Uh, Ice filled waves crash onto the deep tinted sands. The air feels heavy with humidity and blanketing, palpable magic. You can taste iron on your tongues, and the growing winds kick up sand around you. There are no animals, no birds, no skittering crabs. Even the water feels empty, sans the glowing waves, the glow of that green fungus on the submerged rocks. But you're not the only living things on the beach. A near town's worth of people stand on the shore, unmoving, staring out at the dark horizon. You see a woman whose face is obscured, tangled in her own hair. People by the water have sunk into their calves in the soft sand. They don't flinch as the sand chafes at their faces. They all stare, waiting, watching these orange lined clouds of an encroaching storm on the horizon.
Once we are out from the tree, Roshan will drop the spell since it is not currently raining. And what's a little rain? And I think he will walk quickly toward this crowd of people. How many did you say there are?
You'd think maybe a town's worth,
Jesus Christ.
just along as far as you can see until your dark vision betrays you.
And I think he will cast. I think he first thinks to cast Detect Magic, but instead I look at my spell list and pick Detect Thoughts to see what's going on in these folks' heads.
Okay. Are you just doing surface thoughts or are you attempting to push deeper?
I'll start with surface thoughts to see if there are any.
Mm,
He's not necessarily expecting any, but we'll try that first.
it is something akin to a hum, the crash of waves, the fluttering of air through branches. And this unwavering sense of anticipation.
That's not enough for Roshan. Roshan will go deeper. Hope she hasn't set a trap on these people's minds, but I guess we'll find out the hard way.
What am I rolling, and what is your DC?
Oh, good question. DC 22 Wisdom.
It is breathing in unison. It is akin to a hive mind. You can like pinpoint the hundreds of people that you can at least acknowledge on the beach, or at least the people that are within range of you. It is that lingering need, that anticipation, that waiting for something. And you can feel deep in the recesses of these people's minds below that is a suppressed consciousness.
Out loud, Roshan will say, they're waiting for something. I don't know what it is, because whatever thoughts they have are being suppressed. Whatever magic has been worked upon them is rendering them inert, not gone. They are still in there. I will try to dispel this magic.
I mean, it's that or
And
try and
I wonder
slap
if
each
they're
of them
here
awake
for
one by
her.
one.
And I
That
think
would take a lot
to
of time.
give himself the best opportunity to succeed, which he doesn't have a ton of hope, but I think he will feel his way along with his detect thoughts, feel his way along that hive mind, just walk along these people until he finds any of them that stand out. Something that maybe there's more tethered to one person or something, standing out in any way.
I don't think that is exactly something Roshan can find.
Okay.
Rich or poor, connected or otherwise, loved or hated, everybody seems to be on a very equal playing field right now.
I think he will look to Nyx and say, how much of my magic do you think I should pour into this? I could put a 9th level slot in and hope. Or I could try something smaller to start with.
Depends on what you think your sister would rank the first, I guess, trap. How much does she want us to give to get past this? How
Mhm.
much weaker does she want us to be?
And if I would had it prepared, I would try something weaker first.
Jillian, are we at high tide or low tide?
Let's go with a high tide.
Okay, so these people aren't going to drown if they stand here for a few more hours. Like,
No.
right.
Thank God.
I think Roshan looks back to the tree and he I think he steels himself with a resolve to say it because he doesn't want to be the person who says it. But he says, and what if this was an obstacle put in our way so that we react to it, so that we find ourselves the saviors of these people
Do you
when
think
that
we
wasn't
could
the
just
goal.
walk through them?
My concern is that, I mean, I don't know if they're meant to be further components to whatever she's trying to do, but my concern is that if we do dispel whatever this connection is, she'll be immediately aware that we're here.
I think
Maybe.
that there is, without, unless we were to just leave now and try to find her without banishing her rune or helping these people, I think that is the only way that it is possible that we evade her notice. Now, should we try one or the other first?
Jillian, is this freezing fucking cold like the rest of the continents are? Or is this, like, if we leave these people here to stare out to sea, are they going to die of exposure?
I mean, it's not as cold as it is in other areas. It's cold. You can see that ice kind of brushes in with the waves. But the people seem unbothered, and you're welcome to check on them if you'd like to.
There are hundreds of souls here. Before we... I don't know. It would take forever to rouse them individually, even if we could.
I mean, maybe Roshan, you could try to identify what she did to them. Like, you know, you did that for trying to figure out my curse, so maybe it'll work on this.
If we have some specifics, perhaps, who knows, if all it takes is just slapping someone awake, we just have to wake up one person, let them go too.
Yeah, I'll try that. And Roshan will will walk up next to one of these people and start casting the non-ritual version of Identify, but like open the book that Nick's got him and just lift one of their hands to place on a page and cast the Identify spell that way.
Okay. And that'll take a minute.
Yes.
Okay. You begin casting Identify, and you place their hand upon the page, and it just looks like ink sort of like pulls from them as the book tries to provide information for you. What you're able to gather that this is some sort of dominate spell, that it is similar to what you witnessed at Pink's when you saw Rose there with everybody dancing, but is on a much grander scale. This is a dominate that encapsulated a full city, which means it was ritual based. This was not a spell that she went out and cast upon them. This was something that was created, curated, made over an extended period of time. You know, to do something this extensive would take a lot of time to accomplish. This was a ritual. The whole town that they came from could be fully encased in runes across its borders. It would have been something very impressive to do this.
I don't know whether Rose fueled this with god magic or not, but it seems most likely that this was an accomplishment on the level of what Ave threatened Strick Herserson with. That he had spent days encircling his village in runes that would spell doom for all of its residents should their deal not work. Except that it's actually done. If we can find the direction that all of these people came from, there's a possibility we can reach its source and disable it from there, but at most, perhaps I could get one of them today. And maybe another one tomorrow, but that leaves us low on resources and with much more pressing issues. So I think we figure out the tree and then we figure out where these folks came from and Christ, one step at a time. And Roshan will return to the tree. Can we see this blood rune that Nyx saw in her scrying?
You approach the tree, and just as Nyx had seen, this tree seems flush with life, with leaves, with growing fruit. And now the tide pool once again filled with that, like, just pretty shallow water. Like, it's not going to go over your boots if you step into it. But there, um, dully on the bark, is what looks like a bloody handprint.
I think Roshan will use some shape water to take a little thread of water out of the pool below the tree and will kind of weave it up and into the handprint and attempt to rehydrate it, and then with shape water just kind of pull the entire thing off the tree if he can.
I'm probably going to need a dispel from you.
Okay, yeah. I think he tries to just pull it off, and then it's not going to be that easy. So he will, I suppose. Let's start at scrying is 5th level. Let's use a 6th level dispel magic to try and do the same thing.
Okay. And with your magic sort of seeping into the water that you are using, you are able to just like peel the hand print straight from the bark, and it just sort of like floats with the water.
And he will take that handprint, and it will like stay a handprint as it floats down into and onto a page of his book. And then he will just wave his hand and the water will float away. And I think to finish the dispelling magic of this, he will draw like a circle around it, and just encase this handprint in a magic circle that that finally nullifies its magic rather than destroying it. But you never know. Handprint could be helpful at some point.
Okay.
I think that did it. Do we want to take time and scry on her, or?
I think we should make sure that we are not being scried upon at the moment.
I can take a look around with the lantern if we think that'll be advisable.
Yes, please.
There's no manager here.
No
They can't tell you
managers to
no.
tell me no here. Let's see what you're looking at, Rose.
The maitre d' from the town restaurant is just sitting there, unable to move, but furious.
Go ahead and roll me perception.
Okie doke. $27.
You hold the lantern out before you and begin to scan this quite large area. Nana, you can feel your arm trembling under the weight of the lantern. As your strength, as a reminder, is 3. Just
Right.
as a reminder
Yep.
for the people.
It's fine.
But
It's fine. It's
your
fine.
hand shakes as you scan over the area. Nothing stands out to you as a scrying orb, but every single person you scan over illuminates brightly. It almost looks like their nervous systems are like filled to the brim with magic, and the air almost seems thick with it as well, sort of just like floating miasma throughout the space that you can pick up in pockets.
Hmm.
That does not illuminate much. Not seeing any spying eyes yet, but
So
what on earth is going on with them?
well, Roshan was able to find out something.
It seems to be revealing the system that controls us all, inside their heads and down their backs. It is an extremely potent domination spell. One I would hazard to say has not been cast at that scale, period. At least not since the time of gods. So should we try and get a bead on where Rose is, or should we follow these folks' tracks to where they came from?
These are your 2 presented options currently, is trying to locate Rose or trying to dismantle what is currently holding these people. Just to set them on the table for you.
I think we need to see if we can find Rose first.
I'm sorry, Carol. I think I need to disagree with you. Right now, these people stare out at a rising storm. But if Rose controls their mind, each one of them could be an adversary against us. And they're innocent people, and to defend ourselves, we'd have no choice but to slay them.
Hmm.
I'm more concerned about their potential to fuel whatever she's doing. So
That's also true.
Alive or dead, I figure she probably has equal capability of wielding them in some form or fashion, which I think does lend some credence to trying to free them and get them clear of here.
Well then, at the risk of standing here and discussing until they get better, let's head out. If we find something that bears inspection, then perhaps we can take a rest, inspect it, and let Nyx scry. But I think we should move, and then Roshan will look to the rangers.
Of
course. Yeah, it's the only thing we have to go on now anyways. For all we know, Rose is bobbing on a boat out there under that storm, and we've got no way to find her. This is the only lead we've got. Sven will start looking for footprints.
Okay. Give me survival. There's double rangers, so take your advantage.
14 plus survival, so 28.
You know, honestly, I think like a solid 5 could have helped you in this situation. But Fen, you've never been more confident in your fucking life. Um, you're like, yep, this is where a lot of footprints are. Not all of them had waded like into the water. Some of them are higher up on land, so their footprints had not been washed away. And you just sort of move up into that space and can see the direction they came from. So if you're looking out at the water, to your right is sort of like a large ledge that looks like it's carved into a bit, maybe for ease of transportation for people to be able to like make their way up the cliff. And everybody's coming from like the opposite direction. So even going in that direction would be more difficult. Like it looks like it starts to get into a more like craggly area. But you are confident that looking at the water, they are coming from the left. That is where this town of people came from. And you can start leading the way.
Fen will lead the way. I don't imagine that we're stealthing, right? We're just kind of walking, nice long walk on the beach.
I mean, I don't see much point in stealthing on sand. I mean, Nana can't use her armor, but I mean, she's got
I mean,
it
you
in
could
the
have
bag
your
of holding.
armor on, it just makes you 10 feet slower.
Yeah, so to keep up with the group, I don't have my armor on.
Okay.
So we have to move. So
Sure.
she's got her shield, but
Isn't that interesting, D&D? D&D creators. Can hold shield, can't wear armor. Crazy. Anyways. There were Googles about this. I was just like, hold on. What do you get to have? You get to have a shield, I guess. Legal and fair, it says.
they don't want you
Okay.
to be naked and afraid.
I guess, but they're like that armor, no siree. But sure, pick up a shield, hold your weapon, party hard. Um,
I think D&D is about being naked or afraid. You can't have them both at the same time.
I'll see you guys next campaign. Don't issue me a challenge.
Oh boy.
But you move across the sand in the direction of hopefully a town that is not miles upon miles away. You move swiftly, not stealthing as you go forward. Heat lightning illuminates the sky as you go, and it almost looks like fire at the edges. Like it's almost catching like a bit of like an orange light, an orange hue on the edge. The light in this area, even at night, seems strange. Like there is something different about this sky. That it sits in this heavy pocket of darkness, and you realize you aren't seeing any stars. You're just seeing this mix of like deep dark storm cloud and just quiet deep purple sky. But each time the heat lightning flashes, you can see the etchings of orange. You push forward. How long are you guys willing to truck? Is there a cutout time, or is it like we have made this choice? This is what we are doing. We are going to help these people.
I think we should keep going until we're exhausted, and then take a rest.
Okay.
I'm in favor. I
Sounds
don't
good.
see very many other concrete directions we can go currently.
No, I agree.
Okay. I would like strength checks from everybody, please.
Just a straight check.
Yes, please. So good at running.
It was a witch check again.
Strength.
Good.
Mm,
Okay, so 15 on the dice minus 5 is 10.
Okay.
we got a 20.
I also
Yeah.
rolled a 15.
Mm.
I got a 4.
Killed is carrying Roshan.
Yeah. Like the thing is, like Nana is like breathing heavily. Like it's that thing where you have to be like, I can't be embarrassed by this. I have to just breathe like very loud and very labored. I have asthma. Like that's kind of what like Nana's situation is. And then Roshan is as we all are regular people, imagine you are running through the sand. And then you've been doing so for more than a
hours.
minute.
That's exhausting.
He needs better running shoes. That's all it is.
He needs to work them calves and hamstrings.
Well, we're out of money. We can't buy him running shoes at this point.
What do you mean? I've got like 400 gold. What do you mean we're out of money?
Oh.
Everyone running and like talking casually. While Roshan's just like,
Well, then get him some New Balance or something, and
yeah, you guys stop at the cobbler along who's standing in the water, and you ask. Roshan will slow your pace. If you all aren't leaving Roshan in the dust, he will slow your pace a little bit. It's not something astronomical. I believe that Roshan has the force of will to keep running even when he is exhausted.
Mhm.
But it will slow your pace ever so slightly.
Killed, if you put him in the pot, maybe he could read on the way.
I think Roshan is immediately deeply embarrassed.
Everybody else is running like at like a brisk pace, and you're like, "Holy fuck, dudes!
Shit.
Crazy! Y'all are crazy."
He'll catch up. He'll catch up.
I will present this to you, Roshan. At least you'd be able to establish this. I'm gonna start throwing levels of exhaustion at you for this
Oh.
run, unless you can figure something out.
Yeah, I think Roshan will say,
Mm.
give me just a minute, and then Roshan will take a breather just long enough to cast polymorph on himself, and I think he turns into like a little black squirrel and runs up Nyx's leg and then onto her shoulder, and then like
I love
grab-
not do thing. It's like I pick things so I know do thing now. Thank you.
I think he grabs onto her hair and then points with a little squirrel finger.
I guess he can be there. It's fine.
Stay off
I
my
guess I
bird
won't
feeders.
throw him off.
Yeah. Nana, now you are sort of taking up the rear of this, but you are like, you're like, so you are
I'm
able to
here
at least
and I'm doing my
keep
damn damn.
something akin to pace. But you all keep pushing forwards.
I'm very dangerous over short distances.
Ooh boy, if you were right around the corner, I'd have you.
Roshan, you better get down before an hour is gone. I don't want you to just like crush my shoulder.
Squeak, squeak.
I love, my favorite is that all of you are having like these conversations like you aren't out of breath or anything. You are like, hey Roshan, I need you to just like get it together, and like, hey dude,
Kel, just
what's
the
up?
impenetrable automaton that he is. I don't know why you're getting tired.
I don't got lungs.
Finn, the untiring elf man who just runs forever.
Hey, that was
Nick's
just a
the
good roll.
unkillable water genasi.
That was just a good roll. I think if things had gone worse, strength is not Fenn's strong suit here. That's Keld's neighborhood.
And I think Keld takes the front along with Fen, who's just fast in general.
Yeah.
Both y'all at the front, like, here we go.
We're on a mission. We're
Yeah,
fueled.
I feel like Keld has a bit of like a Terminator run to him. Like, it's
Yeah.
like it's a bit intense and robotic, but like he is trucking.
He can't help
Um,
it.
He can't. It's a new body. He's getting used to it, and give him a minute. I would love to know where everyone's thoughts are. I would love to know where everyone's at as you run towards hopefully being able to save as many people as you can and hopefully find Rose and stop what is about to happen, but you have chosen the path of heroes. You saved people just the other day. You fought a god to save a town. What's another town? And then after that, what's another god? I'd just love to know where people are at. What is at the front and back of their mind? How do they feel? What do they think is important? Just whoever wants to go when they're ready.
I'll ramble.
Hell yeah.
So I think Keld is feeling very, well, currently I think kind of like having a bit of an out of body disconnect situation going on, because he's physically here and I guess he knows what we need to do. We're not even sure what we're going to need to do because we don't know what exactly we're walking into. So he doesn't have a clear idea of what's next.
Yeah.
And I think they've just been like through so much. We've done so much. We just left a devastated town. And I think he's just not sure what to make of all of this. Because it doesn't really feel like he doesn't really feel like a hero right now. This doesn't, maybe in the grand scheme it is, but I think he just can't really picture it that way. So I think he's very much he is running ahead, but I think as far as what he's doing, he is not leading that.
Okay. In conversations with Keld recently, a lot of people have been alluding to or trying to allude or get Keld to express dissatisfaction with where he currently is, with what happened to him recently, with his new body, with his new power that he can feel, even though they haven't gotten to see yet. You know it's there and it's different. It feels different. Is there somewhere else you'd rather be? Or is there something in the back of Keld's mind? How does Keld feel about what happened to him? Or has he fully pushed that away? I know I asked 6 questions at the same
I was
time,
like,
so
hold
take
on.
whichever ones you want in whatever order. I'm just presenting a little smorgasbord.
Yeah. So I think help. You asked.
It's mostly how Keld feels about what happened to him, a more self-focused thought process. Or if he's not thinking about that, or if he is aggressively thinking about that and has very strong opinions, because it seems the people around him do. The people
Right.
around him keep asking questions, alluding to that something should be different about you, that something should be worse or changed.
I think he does feel changed. And maybe maybe that's where his mind has been, is kind of like processing that. However, I think he's sort of like clawing for whatever has not changed. Which I think he had a moment with, like, helping with the feast or whatever, that felt like something that was not changed. Yeah, I think he is probably in this moment more self-focused in a way. Just pondering that.
All right. Anyone else?
I think Fenn's got a lot of big thoughts. Doesn't like that we don't know where we're going, even on the path that is the only one that seems obvious to us. He knows we have to deal with Rose, but the only option to us seems to be trying to help these people. I think he's kind of torn in that he enjoyed Sindri referring to us as heroes, and he feels some pride in that, but also that's conflicting with how he feels about how we got to this place in the first place. Like, we're not culpable for a good portion of this. So I think he kind of pushes all of those big picture questions down, and he just starts focusing on the teardrop, and he's just gonna just think about that and when it would be appropriate to use that, because if he uses it now to, he's scared that we could all fall into the same effect that these people are under. But also, if it lasts 24 hours, we might not be done in 24 hours, and he might need it later. And is he even the best person to take that, to use it? Is it better suited to make sure that Keld doesn't turn into a wicker murder machine, or that Roshan can, stay cognizant to dispel something that needs to be dispelled or something? So I think he's just going to compartmentalize his thoughts, and he's just going to focus on that as he puts one foot in front of the other, instead of thinking about all those things that make him feel good and make him feel bad.
Okay.
And he's going to give little treats to Jenny as they jog.
I can do some rambling.
Hell yeah.
For the current situation, I think as soon as the choice was made, she stopped letting herself think about what Rose could be doing right this second, like that she could be doing something to find her and get us there, because that's no longer the current option. It is just, we need to get to this wherever we're running to assess this situation, to try to help as many people as we can, so that hopefully they don't go through what Skull City did. for the overarching Nick's thoughts. She's been through a lot in the last handful of days and came back to a group that did not experience that same extreme length of time that she went through, and is really focusing in, even though she's not been using her insight much in the past to, check on people or lead the team. I think she's very focused on taking note of how everybody seems they're doing. And that's why when people were asking her about, like, oh, what happened there, and to try to tell her, get her to tell things. So it's more of a, here's the overarching bit. I don't want us to focus on that because you all are having a really bad time in your own individual ways. Cal just died and isn't talking about it. Roshan might have to kill his sister in a day and isn't talking about it. Nana is constantly looks like she's experienced the worst thing ever with what's happened with her brother. And Fen is always worried about losing all of us. And she can't let her own worries go on to these people. And she thinks about what she just learned from the lurk. And she can't tell them. Cal was there and learned, and she's not said a word to anybody else about what she learned. And probably won't. Because she doesn't think that they can handle it right now with what's on their shoulders.
I can go next.
And you were muted, Nana.
Oh. All right. I think Roshan wears it pretty plainly on his face when he's not a squirrel. But I do think he is fully enjoying the brainless animal instincts of being a squirrel. But when he's not, he is cycling between anger at the situation that we're all in, and then fear that it is all his fault. And I think he spirals there, and it keeps getting back to, and this all could have been prevented if he just weren't even born. But then he, when he gets that low, I think there's a calm, and he thinks, so what can I do? And he circles back to what Alyona said, and what is the bare minimum to survive, and what is the most that he can keep while losing the least. And it leads him back to him being in the right spot, because at least he's here with his friends, but he's still afraid of losing them. And then I think there's kind of this looming black cloud of what comes after this. Our outside of even his sister, will the shadow survive? Will all of his friends survive? Will he survive? He knows that whatever comes after this will be so totally different as to be a new era, either in just his life or in the life of the world, and it is scary to try and fathom that.
This is not something I am requesting an answer for, but I think is an elaborating question on something Roshan is trying to push down, as he follows Alyona's advice of what is the least I can lose? What is the best I can do? Where is this balance? And then I think at the corners of the mind, something that need be pushed down or maybe hoisted upwards is what is the most you are willing to lose? What is the very peak before you break or there is nothing? The goal is the least, but there's always the option of the most.
And I think when that I don't know if Roshan knows, but
Mhm.
I think if he found himself suddenly without his friends, I think he would be lost. Um, I think he would probably cling to whatever he could at that point, good or bad, in a pure effort to survive in whatever is left in that state.
As we're jogging, Fen is feeding Jenny, and he's just gonna kind of veer over and keep pace with Nyx for a minute and just hand Roshan a pecan.
Little squirrel Roshan gets a pecan.
Hell yeah. Best part of his day.
And those thoughts immediately disappear as given pecan. Intelligence -7. You, I have pecan, and all is well.
So I think that as Nana is running at the rear of the group, she usually does take up rear guard, but in this case, it's kind of a necessity because she cannot keep a faster pace than this. She's trying not to torment herself with wondering if she used her wish wisely. It's been done. She's worded it as well as she thought she could. She doesn't know what the final consequences will be, but she can't think about it right now. It's first priority, get the innocent people out of the line of fire. Innocents have been used as batteries for these rituals in damn near every situation we've seen so far. And she doesn't want it to happen again, especially not in Ave's name again. She's tired of blood being shed for him. Maybe he wanted it, but she does not have to honor the wishes of a dead man she disagrees with.
Okay. And as there is another flash of heat lightning across the sky, highlighted purple, you see the silhouette of a town on the horizon. And that's where we're going to stop for today. Thanks for being here. If you'd like to keep up with us, we are at Backs of Gods on Instagram. If you'd like to keep up with all of us, we are at The Dice Cult on Instagram, Blue Sky, and Facebook. If you'd like to see how we got here, you can go over to youtube.com/The Dice Cult to watch past episodes of On the Backs of Gods, other campaigns, one-shots. Speaking of other campaigns, we have Gossamer Vale, a Celtic mythology-inspired campaign run by Katie. This goes live by Thursdays, so every other Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch. Not this week. This week, no Gossamer Vale. This is when you catch up. But next week, the following week, you can join us on Twitch at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as we all put on silly little costumes and little hats and little mustaches and go pretend to be other people so that we can convince the royalty in the city we're in that we are cool enough and are vibey enough at their music festival slash wedding that we should be allowed to go hunting with them in their magically protected hunting grounds so that we can at least acquire the scales from a dragon, whether that is through combat or otherwise, probably combat. But you can see at least the first step of that the following Thursday.
The
And
third.
if you'd like to join us.
And
oh,
And
and
Greg's character might kick Jillian's character in the balls because he's a dick. So if you don't know what that's all about, you should probably go watch.
hey, if you're interested in
Drama?
my character getting kicked in the balls,
I know
and
that's somebody's kink.
yeah, he will not know why in the moment. He will not understand, but he'll be like, "This is probably deserved. I'm just not exactly sure how we got to this." So if you're interested in also some drama that is on the back burner, you can also join us on every other Thursday, the third this time. If you want dice that love drama and love telling a story, you can go to the link in the chat or the box below. Katie makes dice, and they do love to tell themselves a
These
story.
got soup in them.
Those ones got soup in them.
No, specifically, they have chicken ramen in them. I
That's
have
soup.
vivid
That's soup.
memories,
The good soup.
vivid memories of the seasoning as I sanded those.
She'll never forget.
Never.
Well, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. We love telling you a story, and we will be here same time, same place, Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.
Thanks for joining us, cultists.